Hello and welcome to another episode. So, actually, today I really want to share on something that I believe is very, very much important. It has been so important in my own journey in network marketing, in life, and in business. And I believe it's also important in each and every person's life. So, I'm just going to be talking about the power of belief. The power of belief, and how personally I've seen belief transform my life, my business, and everything that I usually work on. So I just want to go back a little bit into my network marketing journey, and I hope through that you'll be able to see how through the power of belief I was actually able to hit a few milestones here and there. So actually belief is one of the things that I'm currently working on, just to be able to grow a bigger and a better belief, to believe much sooner and much faster. So I remember this was actually the beginning of 2024. The beginning of 2024, and in my network marketing journey, events are usually important. And I made very simple decision, and I just told myself, from 2024 going on forward, I'm never going to miss any event. I don't know where that idea came from, but I believe it's maybe from a training, maybe from a mentor, from I can't remember really where the idea came from. But I remember making this decision, and I told myself, from this point going on, there is no event that will be there and I'll miss it. I'll go to all events. I don't know how, but I'll go. So 2024 started, the year is rolling down, everything is everyone is on their works, the work is moving on and everything, and we were in I believe April, not April, February towards the end. And then our bigger team, now we have a bigger team, the top uplines came together and they came up with a team building, and they say, as this team, all of us, over hundreds of thousands of people, we are going this time round, we are going to be having one team building, one mega team building, because usually people do their own team building side by side by side, but this time round they decided all of us are going to come together as one team. I won't mention the name of the team, of course, as one team, and we are going to be having one team building. So everything was broken down, the plan was there, the location or the venue where the team building was going to happen was there, the t-shirts came out, the tickets came out, the date was set and everything. So at that point, I'll be honest with you guys, my business wasn't really doing so well. It wasn't actually where I wanted it to be at the moment, and given the price of the ticket and also the prices of the t-shirt, I looked at it and I was like, okay, it's actually not a lot, but I don't have it. I don't have the amount that was stated for the ticket and also for the t-shirt. But I really wanted to go for this particular team building, because remember, I had promised myself that in 2024, going on beyond, I was never going to miss any event. So I just made a decision, I'll go. So the days came, and I can't really remember what exactly happened, but the point is, I went. I was in that particular team event. So that is just the power of a decision. You just making a decision, I'm going to do this, even without you knowing how it's going to happen. I can't remember exactly what really happened, but I think maybe it was one of my friends or one of my cross lines just came through, and I was able to buy a ticket and also buy a t-shirt for that particular event. And I can tell you for sure, it was an amazing team building that we had. Actually, that's one of the best team buildings that I've ever had. So that came, we went for the team building, was a lot of fun. We bonded, we played, we did everything possible as a team. And actually, this is the part I was about to forget. Um, our team, now we were divided into several teams in the team building, and I can remember we were given bandanas, and I was in the green team. There were orange, yellow, blue, green. I think we were 4 or 5 teams, yeah, and I was in the green team. Do you know, at the end of it all, we out of all the contests that we had, the green team ended up becoming the winners. And out of it all, we actually walked away with a cash prize. And when the cash prize was actually distributed among the team members, remember, I never had even the money to purchase the ticket and the t-shirt for this particular team building. I ended up walking home with cash. and I never even had the money to purchase the ticket in the first place. So you can imagine just the power of belief, just the power of you making a decision, I'm going to do something. So just that went on. And then about 2 months after that, now our team announced there was going to be a vacation or a vacation to the coastal region. We usually travel to Diani, Watamu most of the time, and this time round the trip was going to Diani. And I can remember everyone in the team was very, very, very much excited, and we said, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Now, just for your information, whenever these trips or these vacations, they are being brought by the team, most of them are usually catered for or expense paid by the team or by the company. But then there are some qualifications that you need to hit. Maybe sales volume or income target, you need to hit it in order for you to qualify for the trip. So I will say it's like free of charge, because there is that target that you have to hit. I hope you understand. So everyone was so excited. I'm going to Diani. I'm going to Diani. We'll be flying. So it was actually a 5-day trip, 5 days and 4 nights in one of the most luxurious hotels, 5-star hotels in Diani. Actually, I believe you might be knowing it, Diani Sea Lodge. That is 2024. We went to Diani Sea Lodge. So everyone was excited, and the days keep on passing, the weeks passing and by. But then remember, at this time, my business is not actually it has not peaked yet. It is not where I want it to be. I still don't have the momentum. But then remember, I said, I won't miss any event. I won't miss anything. So I just said to myself, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I believe I'm going to be traveling to this particular trip or to this particular vacation. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll go. So the qualifications came, they put in the targets, the everything, the volume, the income, and everything. So we have all the information. In order for you to qualify for this particular trip or for this vacation, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and everyone is still so excited. We are going, we are going, we are going, we are going, we are going. But for me personally, I wasn't saying I'm going because of the excitement that was there. It was actually a decision that I really made from deep down of my heart, because being that I wasn't so much, I hadn't spent a lot of time in the business by that time. I really wanted to experience these things. I wanted to hang out with my mentors. I wanted to hang out with all those top leaders and get to learn a few things. So things were not so smooth, and I remember it came to a point we were just 1 week to the trip, and I had not hit most of the qualifications. I had not hit most of the targets that were there, and I just sat down to myself. Actually, that morning, it was a Monday morning, we had an early bird meeting virtually through Google Meet, and some of my mentors spoke. They talk about the trip and everything. It was just 1 week, exactly 1 week. It was on a Monday morning, and the following Monday morning the trip was to happen, and I had not made any commitment, nothing at all. But then I told myself, okay, I'm going. I've been distracted all along. I've not been focusing, but I'm going. So for this particular 1 week, I want to hit all these targets that were put there. And imagine, I did it. And I qualified for the trip, and I was there. That's just the power of decision and power of belief. Now, it was not actually easy, because within that 1 week, I can remember getting out of the house, going to town to the office. I made a call now to the leader who was in charge, and I just inquired most of the details, information, exactly what is needed, blah, 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 and everything, just to confirm everything. And I said, okay. I remember that Monday, the same Monday, I made a commitment. The following day, each and every single day, I was making a progress, step by step. By the time the following Monday was coming, I was all in. You can imagine, this is something that was announced actually in the beginning of the year when we were having our kickoff. But then I managed to hit the targets in just 1 week. Now, Diani was actually so amazing. I had a good experience. I learned a lot, and the exposure, everything was actually amazing. I wish you have the same if you haven't by any chance done it. So 4 months down the line, they actually also announced another trip. Okay, during our kickoff, all these trips and everything is usually being announced, and we have the dates. But people actually, the reality is, they don't take it so seriously until it's like so close. That's when now we start focusing, okay, we have this, okay, we have this. So This time around, other than the Diani trip that we went, we are now to go for an international trip. An international trip to Cape Town, South Africa. Being an international trip, of course, the qualifications, the targets, and everything, they were much huger, or they were much larger compared to the ones for Diani. Of course, you have to work a little bit harder. You have to go out of your way, a little bit of sacrifice, and there, of course, because it's an international trip, again for around a week or so. So I had much more time actually, but then my business is still crawling. I haven't really had a good momentum. I haven't really had like the kind of results that I wanted in the business. But just remembered one thing. When the year was starting, I made a decision and I said, regardless of what, regardless of, despite anything, I was actually going to attend all the events, all the trips, everything that was there. I was never going to miss any of them. I was actually going to be seen there. So I sat down and I came up. This is like 3-4 months before actually, because I remember the South Africa Cape Town trip was November 23rd of 2024. So I just came up with a plan and I said, okay, for me to be able to hit all these targets, for me to be able to hit all these qualifications in due time so that I don't get late, I need to do 1, 2, 3. And I don't know what usually happens. I don't know if it's just me or anyone else. The moment you sit down and actually try to focus, that's the time the devil also wakes up. I don't know, I've never understood it. That's the time also the devil wakes up with a lot of distractions here and there, a lot of things that you actually don't realize. So the day ends and you want to go to bed and you just realize the day has ended without you actually doing anything tangible in your business. And you're like, okay, let's try again tomorrow. So tomorrow comes and you just find yourself in this spiral, in this circle, and not making any progress, and the days are just moving. You're busy but not productive. You're just like in a spiral, repeating each and every single day, each and every single week. So 1 month passed by, 2 months passed by, 3 months passed by, and actually we were at just 1 month to this particular trip or vacation that we had to Cape Town, South Africa. And I called myself to a meeting. I don't know if you guys call yourself to meetings. You know, the kamkunji. I don't know if you relate with the term, the kamkunji or something. Now you are not being called to a meeting by someone. You call yourself to a meeting and you sit down and you go back to the drawing board, you look what's wrong and everything. So I did that and I really brainstormed and I was like, there is no way. And I can tell you for sure, during that particular period of time, Cape Town was all I was consuming. If you went to my YouTube, it was all Cape Town, South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. There was nothing I was watching. There was nothing I was consuming during that particular time because I already made a decision. I'm going. So I knew everything. I basically almost knew everything about Cape Town. Even before we went there, I knew the name of the streets. I knew the places, the shops, the locations, all of those places. And actually, this is the interesting part. When we actually now, of course, I qualified within that particular 1 month. I qualified. I hit the targets once again, and I was able to travel for that particular vocation. Just for your information. Now, when you are there, given that I had already consumed everything, it was just like a repetition. It was just like a repetition to me. Like I already know this street, I already know this place, I already know this hotel, I already know this KFC, I already know this restaurant, I already know this these whatever these joints where people have fun and everything. I already like knew all of it, so it was just like a repetition. And I can remember so well, we were on this bus, red bus tour, and I was just thinking to myself, so you mean this is exactly how success is? Because from that, just my experience alone, I was actually able to learn a lot, and I came to this realization: success, whatever success means to you, whatever success means to you, it happens in different forms. It happens in different forms. I think that from my realization, I think it happens in three different forms. So success number one has to happen in the spiritual realm, and then it has to happen in the mentally, and then physically. So it's like the manifestation of everything. Before having it physically, physical is the last form. Physical is the last part. Having it physically, you have to have it mentally. And before mentally, you have to have it spiritually. Like the emotions have to be involved. I don't know if I'm confusing mentally and spiritually, which one comes first. But let's say you have it mentally, it's just an idea in your mind. It's just an idea. But then through repetition, like I used to watch the Cape Town videos over and over in YouTube, TikTok, IG, everywhere. I just used to go and Google Cape Town. What Cape Town, what the places to visit, the things to do and everything. So I had it mentally. It was just an idea. And then I started surrounding my environment with, I actually had a dream board with Cape Town, the places to visit and everything painted on my wall. So my environment, so everything around me was just Cape Town. So I had it mentally, just an idea. And then through that repetition, I was able to involve now my emotions, because this is what happens. You usually have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind doesn't know between false and reality. What you feed it, it takes it as that. So I believe by the time I was watching these particular videos for traveling to Cape Town and everything, my subconscious mind already believed like I was already in Cape Town. It didn't know the reality and the videos. I believe that is how success happens. So from having it mentally to having it spiritually. Now where you have the emotions, you are excited, you are at peace, everything. And then now that is actually what will lead you to go and do what's necessary to bring now the physical result. So from mental to spiritual to physical, that is just a realization that I came about just with my own experience. So I believe that was really helpful, and you've been able to learn something maybe about belief or just making decisions, because I just made a decision. I was never going to miss anything. It just started with a simple team building. And actually there is one I'm forgetting in between. After the team building, we had a car caravan. Almost the same experience happened. I didn't know how to go about it, but I really wanted to go for the caravan, because we were to move from Nairobi to Thika, from Thika to Embu, no, from Thika to Nyeri, from Nyeri to Embu, and then back to Nairobi. 2 days caravan. So the same thing happened. I didn't know how I was going to qualify for that, or I was going to manage everything, the transport, the food, the accommodation and everything. But it just happened. I went for that actually too. I was forgetting that between after the team building, we had the caravan. After the caravan, the Diani trip. After the Diani trip, and then to Cape Town, South Africa. So that's just the power of making decisions, the power of belief. You making a decision and believing in yourself. I'm going to do this no matter what. It happened for me. You go try it. Just identify one thing, probably even before the year ends, and just tell yourself and commit fully. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to try. Even if I don't hit it, I'll at least end up somewhere. So you go try it. I believe it will work. And thank you so much for watching.